This guy was always running late for work, just like you. He didn't notice the security guard had a mug stuck in his neck. He also missed the fresh red blood splattered on the elevator door. All Andrew cared about was clocking in on time. He had no idea that something terrible had already happened inside the company. Dead bodies were lying all over the office, but Andrew just sat down at his desk. Then the phone rang. It was the manager asking him to come to the office. Andrew thought he was just going to get scolded for being late again, but when he entered the office, the manager seemed weird. That's when Andrew noticed something terrifying. Another employee had pencils stabbed all over his body. Before he could react, the mutated manager threw Andrew out of the office. Andrew got up and tried to run, but when he looked around, all his co-workers were glaring at him like zombies. He had no clue what was going on, but everyone clearly wasn't normal. He ran and hid inside a nearby office, blocking their view. Luckily, they didn't spot him. Inside the room, he noticed one co-worker still working at his desk. Andrew asked what was going on, but the co-worker looked furious and unstable. Then Andrew saw the drink on his desk. It looked familiar. Maybe this drink was the cause. Andrew tried to leave quietly but accidentally kicked the power cord. The co-worker had worked on a report for 5 days without saving it. Now he was mad. He smashed the computer and threw Andrew across the room. He had turned into a zombie too. Andrew had no choice but to fight, and in the struggle, he accidentally killed him. Still shaking, Andrew grabbed the phone to call for help, but phone signals were blocked during work hours, so he called the company's communication room. As soon as the operator picked up, a crazy fat guy beside him got hungry and ate him on the spot. Andrew realized it was no longer safe here. He pretended to be busy working and quietly walked through the office. Luckily, the zombies were too distracted fighting each other to notice him, but just as he reached the stairs and was about to escape, he suddenly remembered his girlfriend was still in the building. He rushed to her office. As he was about to take her and leave, he accidentally knocked over her drink. She snapped and threw him across the room, but a moment later, she calmed down and didn't even remember what happened. She hadn't finished her drink. Maybe that's why she wasn't fully changed. Andrew tied her to a trolley and tried to push her out of the building, but on the next floor, a group of zombies charged at him. He ran into a random room and locked the door. Inside, he found a co-worker who was still normal. After confirming they were both still human, they agreed to escape together. They made it to the elevator, but it suddenly crashed down. Then the genius co-worker pointed out that they weren't on a high floor. Maybe they could break a window and escape. Andrew picked up a printer and smashed it against the glass, but instead of breaking, the glass triggered the building's alarm. That's when they realized this was a weapons company. The entire building had high-level anti-terrorist security. Within seconds, thick steel plates sealed off every exit. Now they were completely trapped.